Hey guys, Sean here with Vulcan Performance. Today we're going to look at squatting. We've looked at it a ton before, but today we're actually going to look at the anatomy of a squat. What is happening at the bony level whenever we go through a squat? We're going to focus on the hips or the femur's relationship to the hips, specifically in this video. We may touch some other joints later on. But just looking at a squat, so when we get up, I have a barbell in here. We're going to look at the front squat, for instance. So I'm in this front rack position. I'm here. And as we squat down, the femur in this position, we are in a stacked position. I should already be externally rotating. You can see my toes being pressed into the ground. But as I drive back in this squat, the first thing you should notice is my hips go back. I've loaded my posterior chain. I'm able to move through this range of motion. So I can sit at the bottom, but what is happening at the femur here? Okay? So as I enter into the bottom of the squat, as I sit here, this is the typical bottom of the squat. The femur at the hip is having to open up. If it internally rotates, we're going to pinch down with the other leg. If we're here, I'm in this bottom squat position. If I internally rotate, then I'm going to pinch down on my hip. The femur has to open up and externally rotate to clear room for the hip. So when we externally rotate, looking in this position right here, right now we're getting in the way of the anatomy of the acetabulum. But if we shove the knee out, if we can open up our femur right here, in this plane, we are in the exact direction that the acetabulum is pointing. It points downwardly in this angle. So my femur right now is perfectly in that angle. So looking at the anatomy, we'll be able to see the rotation of the femur and also the posterior rotation of the pelvis as we go into the squat. So check it out, guys. Hopefully this will open up light bulbs go off in your head when you see the actual anatomy when you go into a squat. Maybe you can understand hip clearance and how to get deeper squat.